Hey, what's going on everybody? Pokery Studios here, bringing you another video. And today I'm gonna be showing you how to make your own game, kind of. You can call it a game, yeah. In command prompt. So, what I did, I made already a little game kind of thing. I'm gonna show you what it is. So, it's called Matrix, just because I put the Matrix effect on the end of the game, which I also did a tutorial on how to do. It's fairly simple. So, ready for the Matrix? I'm gonna go with 1. Let's go. Nice to meet you. Let's go to the next question. Are you over 10 years old? Yes, I am. Now identify yourself, organism. My name is Ben. Nice name, Ben. Thank you. Define your age, please. I am 16, but I'm gonna put in 20, cause why not? I see, Ben. So you are 20 years old. Interesting. You must be at least 16 years old to get access to the Matrix, and you can't be over 50 years old. This is for your own safety. Press any key to continue. Are you male or female? I'm gonna go with male. Alright, Ben, nice to meet you. Let me recap. So your name is Ben, you are 20 years old, and you are male. Is that right? Yes, it is. Here it comes, the Matrix. I spelled comes wrong. Okay, so here it come, the Matrix. Press any key to continue, and then you have this little Matrix effect. So I'm gonna show you the basics of making a little story kind of game in command prompt. So first thing you want to do is you want to install Notepad++. You can also just use normal Notepad, though this is way easier to like get a view on stuff. It's very efficient, you know. First thing you're gonna do is download Notepad++ and install it on your PC, laptop, or whatever. As you can see right here, this is Notepad++. Link will be in the description to download it. You can also use normal Notepad to like program all of this, though this is way better in my opinion, because like there's a better overlay of everything. You can like, there are colors, like you can't top colors in programming. That's very important. It is not, but anyway. So first thing you want to do is you're gonna write echo off. Now what does this mean? It means that you can't really type anything in command prompt except if you like make people put something in, like when you ask them questions and you get an option. So very important, so they can't just be typing all the time. Then you want to go with mode 1000. What does this do? Well, if I just open CMD real quick, then you can see that it's a small window. If you go to mode 1000, it'll be sort of full screen. It'll be bigger and it will fit your resolution, and it'll kind of be full screen. Then what you might do, I did that because it looks cooler like that, is color OA or 0A. What does this do? Again, I'm gonna show you. Color 0A. It turns everything green. So that's just a little effect to put in. Then the first thing that you want to do, or the first thing I did at least, is ask a question which is ready for the Matrix right here. Now why do I put echo in front? Because echo will display everything that's behind it in CMD. If you're just gonna type ready for Matrix without the echo, like if I would just do this, then it would not show, then there would be nothing. So you gotta put echo space, then you type whatever you want to say. Then I call this loop. You can call it whatever. You can call it you can call it dog if you wanna. It's just to separate the multiple like comments that you can put in. So I called this one loop. I'm gonna stay with loop because I programmed it all the way down there that it would go back to loop if something happens. So basically this is also just text, and you can do with it whatever you want. So as you could see here in the matrix, the first question is ready for the matrix, and then you can choose from let's go to too scared. So how did I do that? I just put these right in there. Though with this only, you're not gonna get anywhere because it's just text. You're not gonna be able to choose anything. You're not gonna be able to type anything for that matter. So what you want to do is you want to program something. You want to program an option to give them, so they can choose what they want. You can choose either of those options. So how do you do that? You just type in set, then space, then slash, and then p. Now what this does is it programs something for you, and then you can add any description that you want to add to it. I went with number because this is just numbers. This is convenient for me to remember it like that, but you can also just call it ready, and then it'll be just like that. It'll be called ready. This won't affect any text in the CMD itself. It's just to program everything else. So if you take a look down here, this is like the options that they get. So if, and then number equals 1, go to high. This is high right here. That's another program code comment thing. So if you type 1 in the matrix game, then you go to high, and high is nice to meet you, let's go to the next question, and so on. So what you want to do is you want to type percentage, and then you want to type whatever that is here, whatever that you programmed. So in this case, ready, percentage. This will make it refer to what you put in here. There has to be a question mark in this case, and it will show the, well, not show the options, it will give you the options to choose from, because you can always just type 1 and 2 and then press enter, but nothing's gonna happen then. This makes it that you can actually like progress. So I'm gonna call this number again. There we go. So they can choose from 1 and go to high, or they can choose 2. They are too scared, and then it just exits out of the game. So the first comment says go to high. That's also what you want to put in if you want to go to another comment. Just go to. That's easy as that. So here is high. You always gotta write it like this, by the way. You can't just write high. So always like this. Like also the 1 is like that, the 2, and so on. So in high, what did I put in? I put in echo, and then it says nice to meet you. Let's go to the next question. Then I put another echo, so it will display in the CMD. And then I asked, are you over 10 years old? Just a random question, because I don't know. I was going for the, like, you gotta be a little old enough to enter the matrix shit. But that doesn't matter. You can put in literally everything you want. This is just to show you how to work with this. So then again, I want to give them option of yes or no this time. Here I wanted to give them 2 options, let's go or too scared. Now we're gonna just gonna go with yes or no. So what you want to do is set another program. You want to program it, and then you're gonna go with, again, some words. It doesn't matter what, but just remember it. Like, try to put something convenient, something that you can refer back to. So this is just yes, because to progress the story you gotta put in yes, because otherwise it exits out of the game. So that's how I remember that. So I put in yes, then you go with the comment, or the command, not the comment, the command if, and then you do the percentage yes, referring to this yes right here, and then another percentage. Then you do two equals symbols. It's important to do two on the actual comment. On the programming of the words that you will refer to, it is important to only use one sign, because otherwise it's not going to work. That's just how it is. So here you can see when they press Y and enter, they go to 1. And 1 is right here. Now if they press N and then enter, it will just exit out of the game again. Now what I did here, because it's both Y, but why did I do that? It's because if you have one Y right here and they can just be like Y, but sometimes people will just be like Y, like the capital Y, and then it will not go to 1, then it will just do nothing, then it will just show an error. So you don't want that to happen, so you want to have the Y also in capital, just to make sure, you know? And then if I skipped over that right here, but I can show you what this is right here. So if not defined, yes, that equals go to high. So what does that mean? So say they made a typo and they put in like U instead of Y. If you put in U and then press enter, it will also just show an error or exit out of the CMD prompt, which is not good. You don't want that to happen, because then you gotta start it all over again. So if they type it wrong, if it's not defined, if it's not one from the above right here, then it will go back to high. This is high, so then they can just put it in again. So that's something I did to make things more convenient, to make it a little more easy to progress, because if you're just going to exit out of the game every time you make a typo, that's not going to be good. So then here, when you say yes, you're over 10 years old, yes, then you go to 1. This is 1. Then I made it clear, so like I'm gonna open another one. So you're just typing stuff, right? And you're like net user or whatever. Like, what does CLS do? It clears out everything. So then you just have a blank screen again. That's what this is. So I did that just to not have all of this text still on the screen, because that might get a little confusing after a while. And then I did again the echo command. Why do I keep saying comment? And then I wrote, okay, now identify yourself, organism, because could be an alien for all I know. And then you again go with set /p, and then I made this name, because here you gotta put in your name, obviously. You can put in whatever you want, but I mean, it's the point of putting in your name. So then I refer to it as name. It saves it. Whatever you put in is just asking for your name. This is, you can see this is just programmed into it. So then you type your name. I typed Ben last time, and then it'll say echo, so it'll say nice name, and then it will say the name. So if the person puts in James or whatever, then this will be James too, because it refers to the name itself. So then we got the name of the person. Now I ask them for their age. So I went to 2 after that they typed in their name, and it says nice name, and then it goes to 2. So here is 2. Then it says define your age, please. Then I set a program. I called it age, because that's just what it is. It's gonna be age. And then I put in all of these commands, all of these if commands. So I put in from age of 10 until age of 70, because no one really younger than 10 is gonna ever see this, or older than 70. So I just put that in. You can put in more if you want to. So I made it if, and then age, referring back to the age that they are gonna put in. So let's say they are like 35, right? Then it'll go to 35 right here. If age is 35, then you go to 35. And then down here, I made lots of these. This is for every age, every year that that they put in. You can scroll down, and here you can see 35. So for every single one that they can put in, I made another programming command. Now, it's not necessary to put in this many commands, though I did it just to well, it's not really efficient, but you can get it messed up quite easily, so I just put all of them in to make sure that I didn't like fuck anything up. You can also just put in like if 10, then go to 10, and you can just be like if 11, then also go to 10, and then 10 will be like the same message for both of them. Because what I did is, here's the age, so you put in 35, say. I'm gonna change this back real quick. So they put in 35. Now what this does, it checks which number they put in, 35, so it goes to 35. This is 35 right here. I called this one 35. Then it says I see, and then the name they put in, this in this case we say James. So you are, and then the age, 35 is what they put in. So then it'll be, so you are 35 and then years old, question mark. Interesting. Then another echo. So you have to be at least 16 years old to get access to the matrix, and you can be over 50. It's for your own safety. So this is the same for every single one of them. Every single age that you put in, except for here you can see that it goes to question 3 when the age is okay. When it's over 50, it just exits out of the game again, because it says you have to be between 16 and 50 years old. So if you put in 15, for example, it'll also exit out of the game. Here it'll just go to question 3, which is the the male-female question, the gender question. So this also, pause, I should probably explain what that does. That's when you see like I'm gonna go back to this real quick. Yes, Ben 16. When you see this right here, press any key to continue, that's the pause. So it won't automatically go forward. You have to press a button before you can like exit or continue with the game. Because again, otherwise it's just gonna continue and you didn't read all of this first. Because it will just disappear because you go to question 3. So you want to have a pause everywhere where you want them to read something. That's very important. So when we scroll down all the way over here, you can see that this is question 3 where I made the ages referred to. So question 3 is, are you male or female? And then they have the choice between male or female. I put this always here. You can just not put this here, but then they know what they can choose from. Because if you're gonna ask male or female, they'll be like, oh, male, so I choose M, enter, but then it will do nothing, obviously, because I programmed it as male and female, like the full word. So this is every time what they can choose from. So I named it gender this time, because I'm asking their gender. and I've made the if comment. If gender equals male, then go to male. Again with the capital M and the normal M, so mistakes won't be made. Also, I put in this, so if they type mole, for example, they just made a bad typo. I don't know why you would spell mole. But if you put in mole, then it will just go to question 3 again. So it'll repeat the same question. Are you male or female? Then they'll be like, oh, I made a typo. Good, I can just put it in again. So if they say male, it goes to male. Right here is male. If they say female, it goes to female. That's as simple as it is. So what you want to do is, or what I did at least, is clear the screen again for the recap. Because otherwise this would just be showing still all the questions, and then I don't know, it doesn't look that good. So I cleared the screen again. Then I made another echo saying, alright, James, nice to meet you, let me recap. So your name is, and then you put in name in between the percentage symbols, then age and gender. It will remember what they put in from before, and then gender will be you're a male or female to whatever they put in. So then they can choose from yes to no. So is that right? Is this right? Is it right what they have put in, or do they want to change it, for example? This is when you're like really making a story game out of this, which I don't know why you would, because, well, I mean, why not, you know? But there is better software to do that, of course, but this is just some fun little thing that you can do it with too. It's pretty easy to make it, so that's why, I guess. So yes or no. If they press no, then you can see right here, N, it'll go to 1. Now what is 1? It is all the way back up here, 1. Then they can put in their name again, their age, and their gender. So they can just edit what they have put in before. So if it's not right, they can just, like, they can correct it. If you say yes, it is correct, then you go to A. And A is this, and then it'll say, echo, it'll say, here it come, and I wrote that wrong, I spelled that wrong, here it comes, the matrix. Then pause, then they gotta press the button again, or any button at all, and then it'll go to B. B is right here. Why pause here? Because otherwise you're not gonna see this text right here. Because what this does, right here, the random, it generates random numbers. That's all it really does. So you get that cool little matrix effect. So this is B, and then it says echo, so it's gonna display all these random numbers. And I copied it and just pasted it for like 5 seconds straight, holding down the paste button. And then I got a lot of random. Then what you want to do is go to B, so it repeats itself and keeps looping through. And then you get that matrix effect where it just keeps going and going and going until you just close out of the command prompt. So that's why you pause it, because this is going so fast, as you could see before, that if you don't pause it, the text is just gonna disappear right away. It's just gonna go, because this is taking up every single little pixel of your computer then. So that's why I put a pause right here. And yeah, so you could do a lot more with this. I could put in, like, go to C, let's say, then press enter. We're gonna make C, press enter again, and then echo, and then we can say, like, there was a problem starting the matrix, or like running the matrix or whatever. And then you can do like echo, do you want to try again? Then we're gonna make it program, so we're gonna type set space slash P, and then just whatever you want really with a equals sign. So in this case, there's a problem starting up the matrix. Do you want to try again? I'm gonna call this one try again. You gotta type it in one word. You don't have, like, you don't put spaces in between there, because then it's not gonna work. So try again with equal sign, then 1 enter, 2 enters, just because it's a better, like, overlay like that. Like, it's, you can see better where you put what commands. I keep saying that. So I'm gonna put in an if, and then percentage, try again, percentage, space, equals equals. If it is yes, for example, I'm gonna put it right here that they can choose from yes to no, all the way from yes to no, 2 options, very many. So if they say yes, I'm gonna go to let's say matrix, or no, let's just go to B, because that's what this is, then it will work. And then I can say if try again equals no, then it'll just exit out of the game, just like that, exit. That's the comment that you have to put in, not go to exit or anything, just exit, and it'll exit out of the game right away. So yeah, that's basically all you have to know to really make yourself a cool little game, I guess you can call it a game. I'm still not sure if I should call it a game, because I mean, it's just some text, but you can make your games with this. If you have like lots of choices they can pick from, you can make your own story with this. It's pretty cool to actually do it in like command prompt, because I don't know, it just looks cool, and it's pretty damn easy to do it. So I'm gonna show you one more time what I made. Here we go. So let's go. If you press 2, for example, I'm gonna show you, it'll exit out completely. It says that you're too scared, and it'll just exit out. So we're just gonna go with 1. Nice to meet you. Let's go to the next question. Over 10 years. If you press no again, it'll just exit out of the game like I showed you in the programming. Now identify yourself. I can put in James here. So James, it'll save that name. It'll remember it. Define your age, please. Let's say I'm like 56. See? James, 56-year-old. Interesting, you can only be like 50. So if I press the key, then it just exits out because I'm too old to go to the matrix. So yeah, that's basically all you need to know to make a cool little game out of this. You can mess around and like try to find out how to do things yourself. But I hope this helped you anyway. So if it did, if you got some knowledge out of this, then don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this, for more raps, I guess, if I will make them still, because it's a lot of work, to be honest, but I'm gonna try my best to do that. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.